Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Man, Incarceration. It's right around the corner. I went last year, going back again this year. Tons of bands I'm excited to see from all walks of life. And man, have I had a lot of fun talking to bands that are playing Incarceration. I have a band right now, and I have a majority of the band members on, which is a first for me, and I am super stoked for that. I have Fight From Within. So, Fight From Within, how's everyone doing?
Just trying, kind of chilling out, dealing with this super hot weather.
Okay, yeah. I know you guys are on like a big kind of like a concert festival thing. You guys just played Chaos Fest or something, right?
Yes, we just did.
Tell me about that. How was that?
It was brutal hot. I think it got up to about 100 degrees. It was like an outside stage. It was really fun. Got to play with a bunch of incredible other bands. Yeah, had a good time.
Heck yeah.
Good turnout.
Why don't you guys go around and just kind of introduce yourselves?
Okay, well, I'm John. I do the, I guess you would consider lead guitar in the band, and that's about it. That's my whole role.
He does more than that. He's trying to lean into getting us a sponsorship with Pantene Pro V. If you can't tell,
Okay,
from his hair. So,
Yeah, that's totally what it is.
I'm the rhythm guitarist and trying to work into getting some backing vocals in myself. But yeah, that's my role in Fight From Within.
hardcore dancing hype man while he's playing guitar.
Yeah, you can throw that in there too. I do enjoy having some fun on stage. So
I mean that's the best way. What else are you gonna do? Just stand there and be a statue?
Yeah,
absolutely
Right before the breakdown in Vivi, man, just watch him because he looks like he's gonna punch everybody.
Patty, how about you?
I'm the lead vocalist. I'm the only lead vocalist. I'm the one vocalist. There's only one vocalist, and it's me. I'm the lead vocalist. Mikey, what do you do?
I'm the social media lackey. I talk on the microphone, but that's basically.
Why do you use lackey? Don't use the word lackey, man. That sounds so cheap, man.
Nah, man. I'm obviously me and Patty. We share vocal duties on both sides, which I feel like is unique about the band. He can do cleans, I can do cleans, but and he can do dirties, and I can do dirties, and we both have like our
own style.
Own style, which is really cool. But this new music we have coming out, we like shied away from singing because we were very angry when we wrote this new album. So but yeah, I do the vocals, and I'm the guy all over your social media talking, just saying things all the time.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to be playing this year's Incarceration Festival? Walk us through, like, how did you get on? What was your first reactions? Anybody at all can join in and just kind of share the excitement.
Yeah, man. I'll start it off. So we were on. So they stopped it this year, but Danny Wimmer Presents it was a Twitch channel, like a battle of the bands they had every time to get on, like Louder or Aftershock or Incarceration and all that. So we won the contest last year to get on Ink, and we're social media. Well, I'm a dumpster fire on social media. So like as soon as I find a way to start networking with people, especially for shows, I do it. So there's this giant page called the Incarceration Festival inmate page, right? So I got us Inkmates, yeah. So I got us all. No, I think it's inmates on the actual page.
The other one,
Inmate. Yeah. There is an Inkmates one, but
okay.
So we got in there, and I'm just like, everybody, get in there and shit post now. Get everyone's attention. So we did, and we went in there, and we had friends that got in there, and the next thing you know, like a couple weeks later, we're just in fluid conversation with the whole group, right? And then we got all our friends from New York and PA and like Ohio that were coming in there, and they're like constantly threads. So we're like in this, at the time it was probably like 30,000 followers in there. We're like networking with everybody. So we end up playing. We get all these schedules on the app, which was ridiculous for a band out of New York that hasn't done much at the time. We toured a little bit, you know, but we're relatively small and we're DIY, like so. Yeah, it was crazy, man. Me and Patty were looking at each other on the side, right? So our set comes up. So first of all, let me go back. There wasn't enough security at that stage last year. I noticed it because not to mention they had like bike racks and like 2 security guards there. And our shows are rowdy. Like that's we're from upstate New York, upstate, like aggressive metalcore, stage diving, grabbing the mic, no security guard kind of stuff. So I knew all those kind of people are going to be there. We messaged Ink. We have the Instagram still. We were like, you guys should probably add more security guards there tomorrow when we play. And they were like, oh, bless your heart. Whatever. So we did get there and there were 4. They did listen. But that wasn't enough. So me and Patty are sitting there talking and we're just getting backtrack set up. And we look up and there's like 230 people out there and there's 10 minutes till I was set. We're like, oh dude, this is so super dope. So the music gets on. I mean, look, you know, we're almost done getting ready. We look up again and there's people like all the way to the tent. Like there's 500-600 people there. It was like, oh shit, you know, this is crazy. It's probably at that point, even at 600 people, it's the biggest show we've ever played. Right? Oh. So I turn my camera on because I'm like, yo, this is dope. And I walk out on stage, man, the people are like all the way back. Like all the way underneath, like the tent where people sit down, everyone's standing. It's past that, all the way down to the prison. And I'm just like, holy shit. It got to the point where people messaged us after and they're like, that cut in between where the prison is and where you got to the redemption stage or the informator, I forgot what stage it was called last year, but the small stage, people couldn't get through it. Like people couldn't come see us because they couldn't get through the massive bodies. Like they had to struggle to get through. So that leads me into why we got on this year. We packed out that stage and had like the biggest crowd they ever had over there. And we all did that by just shit posting all the people that go to Ink and talking to them and making jokes. And it was really cool.
The day before we went around and gave out business cards at times on our set time on there. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of boots on the ground work.
Yeah. And that's really like, you know, how we got into it. And there was a couple things. We had like some influencers that were talking to us because they were crazy. And then our bus driver jumped off of the Slaughter Prevail stage. Like, you know how far that fucking gap is, dude? And me, I'm very like, when it comes to meeting new people and like pushing my brand, I'm very enthusiastic about it. So like I seen Dan and I'm just like, yeah, I see the owner of Ink, which is like Dan Jensen. And then they have Danny Wimmer who oversees the whole thing. I went up to him like, did you see our crowd over there? Yo, our bus driver just jumped off the Slaughter stage. I'm like, we're this band. And like from that moment, we started talking like a bunch. You getting in each other's emails, getting each other's messenger. I got his number now. I got to text Dan right now, which is like these are really. I'm talking about these are really cool things for me. You know what I mean? And he came to our show in Cleveland with Lone Wolf, our co-headliner. Yep. And Danny is he's a legend in like the Ohio and Cleveland. So we're sitting there. We just get off stage. We're sweating our asses off because it's a Halloween show. We all had fucking like. We all had stupid costumes.
It was ridiculous, dude.
I was wearing an Oscar the Grouch trash can.
I was wearing a Care Bear onesie.
Yeah, Care Bear onesie, and we're sweating our asses off from the show. The owner, Ray, runs out, and she's like, "You guys need to get inside right now. Like Dan Jensen's here, and he's asking for you guys by name." And we're like, "Oh fuck!" So we all run inside, and he's like, "Yo, I just wanted to come down that we were like so impressed with you guys last year. We're going to get you on a bigger stage and we want you to play this year." And he bought us all shots. It was like the coolest thing in the world. So that's how we got on, man. Completely DIY.
Then we took him on the bus and he signed our bus in the inside. So
we all got pretty toasted too.
Yeah.
Man, I can feel the excitement radiating off of you guys about this. It's making me excited. And it's just right around the corner, too.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know we got some shit planned too, man. Like, cause we network with everybody in there, the campgrounds and stuff. We're playing the campgrounds too. Like, we're playing 2 shows there.
Tell me about the campgrounds. I did not see the campground. I mean, maybe I did. I just didn't pay attention. But like,
Yeah.
When you say you're playing the campgrounds,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
So do you not go to the campgrounds? Man, you can't go to, listen.
I'm sorry.
Disclaimer. If you're going to go to Danny Wimmer shows and you're going to put it all in there, you get your ass out there and you fucking suffer with the rest of us, sweating our ass off, getting hammered all day, all night long, barbecuing, like playing music, people yelling Slayer all day long so you can't sleep till like 5 a.m. If you don't experience these festivals like that, you're not doing it right.
Well, to be fair, let me defend myself here. Last year was the first year I had Media Pass with iHeart, so
okay.
Very thankful for that.
Yeah.
I didn't know
It's awesome.
where to go, what to do, what I could talk, who I could talk to, where I was allowed to go. And all right, this isn't me talking shit on the festival or any of them. That's not what I'm trying to get at here, because they're gonna maybe watch this and let's not invite that guy back. Not the deal. Whenever I got my wristband, I'm like, okay, cool. Person who just gave me my wristband, what am I allowed to do with this? And they said, I don't know. All right, fair enough. I'll find someone that does. No, thank you so much. See you later. Day one, walked in, and there's a nice little information booth. And I'm like, hey, I need some information. So I walk over to them. I'm like, hey, excuse me, I have this wristband. It says Media Pass. I wasn't told what I was allowed to do or where to go. Do you have any idea? And they go, no. So, okay, that's strike 2. Strike 3, I'm now just walking up to security guards, and I'm like, hey, am I allowed to go over here? And they're like, sure. Whether or not that was allowed, I don't know. Sometimes, 3 days, sometimes they're like, yeah, man, come on in, have fun, stand right here, don't go anywhere else. Okay, so I did exactly what they told me to do. I'm not a rule breaker when it comes to these things. I want to be invited back. And there were some times where like, no, absolutely not. It did depend on who I talked to that day, depended on a whole bunch of stuff. Now, this year, I have very strict rules sent to my email, so I get it. So I'm sorry I didn't go to the campgrounds. I was going through it.
It's all good. No, well, actually, we can counter right, and we can go right into the same thing you did. So the campground. I was saying the campgrounds are awesome. They're offsite. I'll get into that real quick. So last year they had some bands. They had a band called Silly Goose there. That was a complete dumpster fire. It was awesome. I love those guys. And then they had this small stage that's like set up for that place. Small wooden stage, just people, bands having fun and everyone drinking. So this year they're actually bringing in a stage, and like having a set campground show that they're pushing. And it's just another way to kind of like thank the campers for being there. And our campground, because that's the thing. Last year I stayed in camp We All Chilled in Camp. So we met all these campers that do this stuff. And we already have a festival crew from like me networking. I'm a festival guy. Like before we got on them, that's what I do. So it's understanding that people don't know what to do and shit. That was your first festival ever, I'm guessing?
No, I've been to plenty.
No, okay.
I work with Live Nation as a side gig. I've done country stuff with iHeart because where I'm from, that's kind of like the big thing. So I understand there's so many moving parts.
Yeah.
It's hard to kind of make sure everybody's on the same page 100% of the time. I get it. That's not me.
Let's give us your experience. So did you get the pink bracelet? Is that what it was?
I should have kept it. I don't remember. It just said media, right?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. So we had a thing that said Universal on it, right?
Okay.
So we're walking around the first day, and like we don't know what the fuck we're allowed to do. You know, that's the same thing.
Yep.
We don't know what we're gonna, and like we spent a majority of our time in the lounge area. We chilled in the lounge area with everybody like all weekend a lot. But in the beginning, we were like, yo, let's try to get up on fucking stage, right? And so we go up, and they're like, oh, yo, you know, we're allowed to go up there? And all the security guards are saying no at first. And we're like, what the fuck? You know, like this is like, I figure we're a band and backstage. Like this is watching side stage is like normal, right? And then we're like, yo, fuck this finally. And we're walking around, and I just start walking up to them. And then I just look at them, and they're like, yo, you can't go in. I'm like, no, I'm in a band. And they're like, oh, okay. And then like, that's all I had to say this whole fucking time. It was like that we didn't get on stage till Saturday. Like I was with one of the guys that worked there, so I watched up and seen the Ghost inside side stage.
I'm about to say Dude, I'm
Yeah.
super jealous of that moment because I wish I could have stood side stage.
Yeah, dude,
I love them.
A story about that when we did it. So like this guy had a media pass and he was there to take pictures and he's like, I got to take pictures of the ghosts inside. And I'm like just emotional as fuck right now because like it's one of my favorite bands. Like all the shit that happened with them is like super, triumphant where they've came back from and stuff. So like I'm gonna sit here and I'm probably gonna cry a little bit, man. And it went from that guy wanting to take pictures to just me and him like this the entire time, singing every song, crying. He didn't take any pictures of his band that he loves, and he had media pass. It was beautiful.
Wow, perfect. So you guys are playing the campgrounds. What can fans expect from your set at 2024 Inkcarceration bigger stage this year?
New music.
Definitely new music for sure.
Yeah,
I saw you guys shot a new music video, yeah?
Yeah, what's coming
yeah.
out? It'll be out Friday.
Yep.
Yep, new single drops on Friday. Yeah, and just to let people know that watch this, if you're in the campgrounds, we're not giving you anything new.
Yep.
Anything.
No.
We have a whole different set from you guys. And if you want to see any of our new music, you got to wake your hungover ass up, drink some fucking coffee, and get on that bus and come see us.
Yeah,
no
that was going to be
choice.
my follow-up if you had any different sets for the campgrounds versus the stage, and I'm glad you do.
Yep.
Yeah,
We're gonna play older stuff for everybody in the campgrounds.
Now, for someone that might not know who you guys are, what you sound like, how would you describe your sound to them?
Good question.
We make music that you want to punch your friend to.
Okay.
Like I would say a lot of inspiration comes from definitely a band that we all kind of listen to is the Acacia Strain and a Mirror. That always comes up.
My two faves.
Yeah, we're very
OG life brother.
OG, yeah, aggressive, call out, get up, stage dive, push people the fuck over. Samples. We love putting samples in music. We love putting samples throughout our set.
2005, circa 2005 metalcore.
Yeah. That's what people relay us to all the time. Like when we won the Danny Wimmer Presents, they kept saying like they said a Muir, Evergreen Terrace, Kill Whitney Dead. That was from what they were just pulling out, which was cool because that's kind of what we went for. We were like, let's bring this fucking old school, not tough guy, not give a shit metalcore sample shit back. Yep.
Two-step melody.
Breakdowns, two-step melody. Two steps. Yep. I'm calling out people for two steps all set long, man. I'm not happy if there's not a two-step in a song, honestly. That's my thing. I'm a swing marcher and all that shit, but like the two-stepping, I'm addicted to that shit.
My favorite is when you're performing and the set and the song is so good and has a two-step part and you fucking start two-stepping yourself.
That's your boy right here for sure.
We don't stand still. Like I feel we all have this, this general consensus that like if we're not putting on a show and we're not having fun, why the fuck is anyone else gonna have fun?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We're two-stepping, we're fucking all over each other, we're fucking, they're jumping around, we're throwing fists in the air, we're all over the place. I'm in the crowd, like last year I have so many shots, I'm on top of the barricade, I'm in there's people singing the lyrics. Come get the mic from us. If you have the balls enough to get past security and try to jump on that stage, I will pull you up. Like dude, like have fun, live life when it comes to that shit, and that's
what a quote. Have fun, live life.
Live life, bro. You're about the rules. Like I remember you saying, hey, I want to, but the rules. When we were at Ink last year, we were just having fun. Like, and like, obviously, if I feel like it's better to apologize than ask. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't know I couldn't do that. That's it. And we had a blast, and no one, we didn't cross any lines. I mean, I would say the most would be Casey jumping off that stage insurance-wise, but everyone loved it, dude. Everyone fucking loved it.
Oh, it's so dope, dude. The video's ridiculous.
Because like fucking, he's beating his head with a mic, and then you just see our Casey, who's like 5'2", 145 pounds, 50
He's taller
pounds.
than 5'2". He's 5 foot.
He's short.
He's short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say he's like 6 inches. So it's probably like I would say 5'6", maybe 5'7".
Probably,
Yeah. But he's
like
a small dude,
guy.
stocky, small dude.
Yeah.
So, and he just catapults off the stage, and that's like a 25-foot gap, bro.
Yeah, to the people that can't visualize this, maybe they're just listening to this gap is crazy. Like it doesn't look like it, but man,
I couldn't believe he cleared it.
It's a pretty tall stage, so I mean he had a little bit of clearance, but I'm really like surprised that he made it over that gate without hitting that gate.
Oh yeah, dude.
That was crazy.
That was legendary. That was insane.
That was the two things that were going to happen when we were there. We were either going to be never allowed to come back or always allowed to come back. There was no middle ground there.
No.
Right now, I'm talking to the guys from Fight From Within. These guys are a ton of fun. I have so many people here with me today, and I'm loving it. They're playing Inkcarceration Fest again this year, a little bit different from last year. I want to know what goes into prepping for a big festival like this.
Lots of practice, lots of rehearsal.
Tons of practice. Yeah,
hydration.
Practice as like a collective band, as well as like individually practicing, working out little kinks. You know what I mean? Lots of communication, lots of planning. Oh man, the list can go on.
Yeah,
making sure all of our gear is like 100% top shape.
Yeah, making sure our transportation, man, our transportation's good.
Yes,
too.
Huge.
And when we're there, making sure we don't blow our wad on money. Like we have to go to you gotta go to Walmart, pick up the cheeseburgers and we're gonna be there all because we're staying
noodles.
We're staying all weekend. Like we all love music. I love going to festivals. We all love watching bands. We all love pits. We all love this shit. So like, why am I gonna go there for a day? Like, they don't care. Like Danny Wimmer takes care of the artists he has, like for real. Like, so when I don't think it's out of the question, if I'm playing the festival to be like, hey man, we want to stay the whole weekend. He's going to be like, yeah, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and we'll take advantage of that. We want to hang out with everybody.
Yeah. That's definitely an amazing thing. Shout out to Danny Wimmer for being
100%. Yes.
Hospitable. He's very hospitable. Yeah. Really, really good dude. And he takes care of all of the artists, and he does the best he could possibly do for any artists.
Playing Ink is probably the best festival you can play. Honestly.
To what you said about prepper, it's definitely like it is crazy the amount of practice that we put in for these shows. I honestly don't think I've practiced more in any band I've ever played in my life. Getting ready for this festival, it's really I don't want to say it's stressful. It's just like, you want to do your best, absolutely best possible performance to make that memorable for not only yourself, but for everybody else around you. And I'm very excited to be a part of this with everybody.
100%.
And as a DIY band with like, the amount of eyes that are going to be on us, not signed by anybody, getting put on a big stage. Like, no, there's no reason. You know what I mean? We earn that. So like being up there, we gotta go out there and crush it. Cause like we're looking for opportunities, man. We want to get on a booking agency and shit. Cause we're tour ready. So like, that's the way to do it. We have to go out there. We have to go out there on a Sunday after everyone's partied all weekend to be the first band on the big stage and pull people in there, because that's what they want. Festivals want. They want people in there to start buying food and getting drinks, getting ready for the day, and that's what we have to go out there and do. And if we can do that, then we're going to be given more opportunities. So like we put a lot of prep into it.
And I hope the opportunities just keep coming to you guys, because this is a huge opportunity on its own. I'm stoked to see you guys. No problem. I'm stoked to see you guys myself. I've been, listening to you since I've heard about the joining with Inkcarceration here. So a lot of people that are maybe just regular concert goers, they might not know all the ins and outs that go into prepping for this. So yeah, you guys touch base on a little bit of what you guys have to do. Man, all the behind the scenes stuff is crazy. So you got to talk about all the security, all of the clearance, all of the merch you got to load in. Do you guys use in-ears, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So all of the frequencies that you have to go off of a sheet because every other band is doing that as well, and you don't want to cross paths with that. Set times have to be exact. No one can go over. I mean, it's just so much. So I hope, as if you're a regular concert goer or just a fan of music in general, I hope you maybe take a little bit of attention to detail with these guys that are playing, no matter what band's playing, and maybe go pick up a shirt or just say hi to these guys, because man, the prep work for this is insane. I want to know, there's a lot of bands playing this. Do you guys, and anyone can jump in on this, do you guys have any bands that you are excited to see at Inkcarceration?
Yep. Trust Company.
Oh, yeah.
Number one. That's number one for
I'm going to get on that side stage when the Acacia Strain play, and if they play Beast, I'm grabbing the mic. I don't care.
You gotta do it, dude.
They
Mike,
have no.
You get the first chorus. You get the first chorus. I'll get the second chorus.
All right,
I'm right there with you.
bet.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. What about you guys?
To be honest with you, man, I'm just.
I haven't even looked at the lineup.
Obviously I have, but me personally, I'm just excited for the whole and the general of it. You know what I mean? I can't put my finger on it really. I'm just excited to be there, and the experience that it's going to be, all the bands that are playing. It's I can't put a finger on a band. I'm just whatever's happening. I'm down. Whatever's. Dude, listen, that's OG lineup too.
Oh,
I'm going to lose my shit.
Poison the Well. Come on,
Chimera.
Chimera, dude.
Hey man, that's my that's like, you know, Cleveland
that's all your
OGs. That's where I'm from.
Like Moss the Flames of Ohio.
Dude.
You know, I get the cry for Breaking Benjamin. That's gonna be fun.
Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I'm going to agree with all of those bands because I think that they're all pretty dope. I would say myself personally, what I'm most excited for is Parkway Drive. I have not seen them since 2000. I think it was either 2015 or 2016 Warped Tour. I saw them for
Warped Tour.
Time. It was so good. They were so good. I've never seen. That was the first time I've ever seen an entire crowd chant the entire lyrics to some of their songs, the whole entire crowd. It was the most crazy experience. I'm so excited to see them. Like, honestly, being a headliner for this festival is amazing because I haven't seen them in 10 years. It's going to be exciting.
They're so great. I saw them at Louder. I'm gatekeepy when it comes to the crowd, man, because it's like basically it's just a big, giant, congested push pit. And I know old Parkway Drive, man. I'm getting in there and I'm trying to toss, and it's just all circle pits and shit. So I'm going to go, if I can get up side stage, that's where I'll be.
Gentlemen, I have a special guest here. I hope you like cats. This is Max.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Max.
For a second.
Hey, Max.
Max.
Fun little thing here. Anyways, we have 7 minutes left, so I got a couple questions for you guys. Tell me a little bit about the new music that you'll be performing at Ink. Anything you want to share, can share, anything at all?
It's a good mix.
I'm going to say, personally, I love all of our music, but the last song we're playing, get ready.
Yeah,
Get ready.
Tease.
That's
all
very,
right.
very straightforward OG hardcore.
We've been ending with an ass beater. Actually, the song that we ended with for like 2 years is called Malevolence. So it's like, see, you're wearing the shirt.
Yes, sir.
But we want to always end with like this relentless ass beater.
Yep.
You know. So and that's what we wrote for you guys. So something taking over the place of the last one we would do. But we also have like the new song coming up as a little bit of a teaser. It's very new metalcore. Like we got some new metal to kind of fit the demographic of the festivals. Yeah, with the festival we're playing, because a majority of the people coming to these festivals, I would say, aren't like OG aggressive metalcore style. It's a lot of new metal bands and hard rock bands. Yeah, all types
hard
of
rock, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So we kind of wanted to broaden it, and it came out extremely good. So and then the other song is very melodic and heavy. So
it's very OG,
it's
OG Fight From Within style.
Yeah,
that's
yeah. If you like Vivi Sepultura, you're gonna love Anxiety. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys have been putting your nose to the grindstone for however long, and now you're playing Incarceration on a bigger stage. Do you have any advice for any up and coming bands that want to maybe get to your level or beyond?
Good questions.
Play a lot of shows.
You have to work every day, like all day. I've been on social media, dude. That's your tool. That is, I hate to say it, but like that's 90% of what you're doing all day right now. Like that's what you need to be pushing your product. You know, it's a band, but it's a business, and no business going to thrive this day and age without being on all the socials and all the things, you know, and even we still struggle with it today, you know, but like
Mikey on that for sure, because it's not the way that it used to be anymore. You can't just go and play a couple shows and do this and that and like whatever and push your CDs on the street and think it's going to do something for you. You know, everything has changed. It's a whole different ball game now. You know, even in the past decade, everything is all social media based, and that's the majority of where you're going to get that influence. And the other thing too, I would say, is to not restrict yourself on what you're doing, and don't just like, there's nothing wrong with playing.
Do it all.
Supporting your local scene. There's nothing wrong with that at all, but do not limit yourself. You have to play out of your state. You have to be willing to travel, and you have to be ready to tour and do those things. And if you're not ready to do those things, then you need to plan to become ready for those things, or else you are going to essentially stay, I guess you would say, quote on a local band. So
it's a lot of sacrifice.
So word of mouth.
Go ahead, Patty. My bad, buddy.
Oh, you're good, man. I was just going to say there's to be said about word of mouth, but you got to do free promotion through social media because that's a free promotional tool. You got to use it.
Yeah. Agents don't have to leave their house anymore, dude, to do anything. So you got to be on socials, because why? They don't want to travel out to a venue to go see a band to see if they want. They can just sit at home and be like, "Oh, these guys are good. Let me look at their live. Oh, this is really nice." You know what I mean? Why? Shit, man, they're busy. They ain't got time to do all that no more.
I don't remember what video I saw, or maybe it was an interview. I don't know, but it's true. You really don't need. Well, I mean, it's fun to play live. Don't get me wrong, but with social media, a few reels here and there, man, you got the live experience right in your hand.
Tim, what were you gonna say?
Just real quick, I was just gonna say, like, any band or musicians looking to create a band or whatnot, if you have a full band, it's just grinding with practice. Like, you know, I mean, work at your craft, collectively as a band. You know, work on your live performance. Also, a big thing too is merch. Get some merch rolling in, and start to, you know, get a name for yourself.
This is very expensive.
Yes, but it pays off. It pays off at the end. You know what I mean? If you're 100% into it and wanting this to be potentially a career, it pays off. It'll pay itself in the end. You know, like high risks is high rewards. So it's pull the trigger and run with it. You know what I mean?
Just don't forget it's a full-time job.
Exactly.
100%.
Any final words you want to say to fans? Any little last thank yous? Oh,
yeah, man. No, you're good. I was just waiting for someone else. Yeah, man, absolutely. Thank everybody. We have so much support. It's vast. It's huge.
I would say my final words would be kind of tap off what Mikey said, is we have a lot of support from every one of you guys. And if it wasn't for every one of you, anybody who's listening that has been a supporter of our band, anybody who we could possibly make a new supporter of our band, if it wasn't for any of you, then we wouldn't be able to do what we do. And we do this for you, not just ourselves. And it is amazing to be able to share the stage with a bunch of amazing musicians this year. And I'm very excited to be there and meet every single one of you. So come up and shake our hand, come see us, buy our merch if you can. Obviously, you've heard it a million times, but that keeps us going. That's going to get us food. It's going to get us gas to go home. It's going to push our band in a better direction. And we can't thank every one of you enough. Thank you for supporting us. And we hope to see every single one of you there.
So that's Fight From Within. These guys are playing at Inkcarceration on Sunday, July 21st, and you can catch them on the Redemption stage early at 11:30. So make sure you're there. Make sure you check out the merch. They're going to have merch. You got to support these guys. Check out the new music when they got out with that. Other than that, thanks for checking out this episode of the podcast. Hope you had as much fun as I did, and we'll see you guys next time.